Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed on the keyword arguments. Today we'll be discussing on the default arguments, right? So let's get into the definition part first. So what does default arguments definition say here? Default arguments provide fallback values for function parameters if no value is supplied during the call, right? If no value is supplied during the call. So if no values is supplied during the call is the important sentence here, right? Important part of the sentence, sorry. So default arguments provide fallback values for function parameters if no value is supplied. Supplied during the cell, supplied during the call. Sorry. So let's get into the example part here. Before getting into the example part, so let me tell you one thing. So we can define a function. We can define a function with default values so that the users can skip them during the call. So that the user can skip them during the call. These are useful in creating the flexible functions, right? So just keep this in mind. We can define a function with default values so that the user can skip them during the call. These are useful in creating flexible functions. These are useful in creating flexible functions, right? So let's get into the example part quickly. Let's get into the example part quickly. So I'll just go with def greet here, name equals. So let me give user, name equals user. So this is fine. Let me go with the print here. Let me go with the print. So let me go with hello. So this is fine. And also let me print name here. So this has to be name, man. It has to show here in the suggestions. Yeah. So this is fine. Now, let me greet something. Yeah, function name is greet itself, right? So greet, let me pass Bharadwaj here. Greet, let me pass Bharadwaj here. Also, again, let me call the greet function. This is fine. So here what happens, let me tell you one thing. Diff greet name equals user, whatever I have given here, this one in the line number 3. So basically we are defining a function with the default value user for the name, right? So in the line number 3, I'm speaking of line number 3 here. So it defines a function with the default value user for name, right? So print hello name, what we are doing here, this prints a greeting. This prints a greeting, right? So here I have given greet of Bharadwaj. So here already name equals user I have provided, and I am passing Bharadwaj here within the greet, within the greet, right? So this is used to provide the value. So this uses the provided value, sorry. This uses the provided value Bharadwaj here. This one I'm speaking of line number 6. This one, right? So see here. Um, just give me a second here, sorry. This one, this is fine. This uses the provided value Bharadwaj, and this function uses the default value user. Default value is user, right? So within the this one, within the parenthesis, we have already assigned name to user. So this is the default value basically. This is the default value. And this one Bharadwaj greet, whatever greet, within this I'm passing the Bharadwaj, right? So this basically uses the provided value Bharadwaj, and this, when we don't give anything, so this uses the default value user itself. This uses the default value user itself, right? First we are calling this function, so we have to get the output hello Bharadwaj. Second we are calling this one, we have to get the hello user, right? So here the line number 7 is the default argument. So the line number 7 is the default value, or the default argument is name, and the value is this one, default value is user, right? When we call uh, greet with Bharadwaj, this uses the provided value, and we have to get the output hello Bharadwaj. And when we call the function greet again here with this one, just the function, we have to get the default argument value, nothing but user. So let me run this one. We have to get the output hello user, right? So hello Bharadwaj and hello user. So Python, let me copy the function name, sorry, file name. Let me give you a file name dot py. So here we are getting the output hello Bharadwaj and hello user as expected, right? So we are getting the correct output. So first call overwrites the default here. This one, first call, first function call, what we are making here in the line number 6, this overwrites the default, overwrites the default. And the second one here I have called greet function again. So this second call uses the default value, right? This second call uses the default, right? or the default value. I hope this part is completely clear, man. This is it for the default arguments. Next, let's discuss the, let me summarize whatever we have discussed till now. So default arguments make our functions flexible by assigning default values when no input is provided. So just keep this in mind. Default arguments make our functions flexible by assigning default values when no input is provided. So I hope this part is completely clear, right? So default arguments make our functions flexible by assigning default values when no input is provided, right? So this is it for the default arguments, right? So next we'll be discussing on the star args, right? Star followed by args, right? So for now this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.